Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to our December 2020 Vlogcast. I am Mark.
I'm John.
You weren't sure of yourself or what?
I wasn't too sure. I'm reading a teleprompter. I'm Ron Burgundy.
It's a jazz flute.
Oh, I play the jazz flute. Yes.
Yes. Sex Panther. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
It works 60% of the time, all the time.
All right. Well, if you guys notice, we are distancing right now.
Socially and physically.
Yes. So there's good reason for it. I tested positive. If you guys don't know, I tested positive. It's kind of a big thing. So we decided not to do a lot of like what we were planned. A lot of our stuff that we planned are kind of like on the back burner right now, just because of this. It's understandable though. Health is important. So
health and wellness is important. I haven't seen Mark in like a handful of weeks, so I'm good.
It's pretty long.
Yeah,
a month.
So
exactly.
I'm safe.
Yeah, or like a month and a half if you really think about it. Because
just don't sneeze on this computer, your computer, because I don't want to go through my computer and get some fucking virus.
Yeah, digital sickness. Got it.
Is that how germs work?
Yeah. So what's going on, guys? Is basically we are ever since this. And say like the plans that we had originally, we were going to do like another vlogcast in the studio, of course. But unfortunately, we had to do this, and it's been a month since our last one, and it's been, which is we're kind of on a little bit on time. Like when this releases is probably a little bit off its normal date.
It'll probably be released. Like it's a lot more easier to edit than other things that we've done in the past, where it's a multicam. This is just a straightforward thing, so this should be done probably within a few days. Right.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, like with this setup too, it's like I have a lot more time because I'm positive, you know. That can be said in many ways, by the way. Like positive as in
you're positively. A positive person. Yeah, how many times can you say positive in a sentence? I'm positively positive that you're a positive person in this positive life that you live.
In this positive moment.
Yes.
Being tested positive.
Dude, I feel like I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla so much lately. I want to start flighting with people.
So yeah, guys, main thing is some things are put on hold for a little bit. So we were supposed to, like, the plan was we were supposed to edit like all of our older stuff and finally release it to our Patreon. Yeah. But I mean, we have a few of them at least.
I have 4 uploaded right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Unlisted. So they're all scheduled, but I need to make them unlisted to upload them to the Patreon.
Right.
And then I finished 2 edits so far, and I'm on a 3rd one right now. Stuff. So I am probably get that done hopefully by Tuesday, and then I can send that your way also. And then
you know what sucks too? Like as you're saying that, like we don't have our timer.
Oh my God.
Our hourglass. No, it's there.
It's on my bookcase.
Says we can't use it.
I saw a bigger one fucking at home yesterday. I was tempted to buy it for you for Christmas.
Oh yeah, you showed me that. Yeah,
that thing was.
Send me that picture so I can add it into the edit.
I'll send it to you right now. So.
Yeah. So overall, guys, so John already has some releasing on our Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon member yet, please be a Patreon member.
Yes.
It's only $5 a month, but you get to witness all of our video versions of the podcast. We got something special coming up too at the end of the year. Wink, wink. So,
yep.
So look out for that as well. But other than that, I actually, come on, John, do your thing. Do your.
Well, I was gonna say one more thing. If Mark is not positive by the time our wink wink special thing happens, then it's a very special thing, and maybe you get really lucky to see what happens in person. And it'd be a lot better because, again, I feel like personally, like doing the podcast via like this shit, like Discord and all that stuff has been a pain in the ass. And I'm not saying like it's been a pain, like not in I guess in a negative way of like communication breakdowns and like people's internet speeds. It's hard to like talk to people via like
it's
this
like
shit.
It's like with a lot of gamers, like, you know, as me, like a major gamer, right? Myself, we gamers have like already setups that's been set up for this for years. It's just that the average person that doesn't do gaming, that like does only film and stuff like that, they don't have these kind of setups because they never had to do these kind of things before. And now you got to like set up your own home systems because of this whole time period we're going through. It's like they have like regular people have to adapt to that while gamers are used to it. That's why like with this, I'm recording it instead of John because he's not used to streaming. He's not used to video recording in like the digital world, you know, because it's a whole different animal altogether, and you got to learn a lot of stuff, which is tiring in some cases if you have never done it before. It's very exhausting. It's very true. It's exhausting to learn how to do these things because you have to learn about bit rates. You have to learn about all these other stuff, which I've been constantly learning over the years. And that's and so in this case, I ended up taking the reins for this because we got to make this work. We are a professional show, you know, and we have to keep it professional, right? So
yes, we do. And also, by the way, if anyone sees my leg, I do have fucking pajama bottoms on. So if anyone just sees like a leg by itself, I'm not naked underneath the bottom. So do not worry, everyone who's actually watching this right now or going to.
It's kind of like that whole thing with, you know, like the little logo I had that one episode. Like no one's going to say anything.
I hope not, but my leg's very visible right here in this corner. But okay, let's get to housekeeping.
Right. Let's do it.
There's a couple things on housekeeping that needs to be taken care of. First off, we have to thank our affiliate partners, Artlist.io. Honestly, the best music licensing platform for any type of content creator. Thousands of new songs every day on unlimited downloads, which is always a plus, especially when trying to find music for any project. That's always the hardest part. Artlist makes it easy and simple. Oh my God, I was cross-eyed for a second. Guys, if you join our affiliate link today, and that's in the description below, then you can get a year and 2 extra months free. So check out Artlist.io, an inspiring music licensing platform created by filmmakers for filmmakers. Second, we have merch for you at teespring.com/store/chasing-the-frame. Not only are we selling shirts, but we're selling Frame Chaser mask for about $10. Honestly, it's a comfy cloth mask, which I found in my work truck, by the way. So it's clean now. And it's in my possession downstairs by the door. So I did find it again.
Now we can't do that. You can't do that thing anymore, though.
Yeah, I know. Thirdly, I need to shout out to Production Apparel because we are now an affiliate partner of Production Apparel, which is awesome because they have some really awesome shirts like Run BNC. Mark, if you want to put this
wait. You never told me about this. What?
I posted this on Facebook and I thought I told you, but we're affiliate with productionapparel.com. Yeah. I have 3 shirts from them. They're downstairs. I didn't wear them because I need to dry them off because they're staticky, but I have a Run BNC shirt, a aspect ratio shirt, and a Mark shirt, which is all 3 like styles of Marks, and then Tommy Wiseau's face. So that's I like to call it the high Mark shirt. But there's other great shirts on there as well as stickers and like I would totally recommend going to that website. It's great.
Yeah, cool dude, stuff. I love them. I love the shirts.
I showed you the site, and then also you have to think like hold on 1 second. Story Clock Notebook and Storyboard Notebook, which is from Plot Devices, which is pretty cool. These are really interesting things because they have you right here. You can fill out your story outline in this section like this in a clock, and then you can also write down the event, the time, there's run times, all this stuff. It's a pretty cool notebook. I'm still working on it. I haven't really wrote anything yet. I haven't thought of anything as well, but this is a pretty cool way of thinking of things as well and how you want to do your story. And then Storyboard Notebook, which is actually a storyboard for you. So you can actually write out your storyboards and shit like that. And it actually has a nice scene, shoot, panel, sticks, dollies, gimbal. You know, you mark that stuff off. It comes with a lot of fucking it comes with a lot of storyboards actually. And they actually on the back they give you the camera angles right here, so you know how to draw stick figures, which is pretty cool, right? And then it tells you like camera movements as well. And even on the front, I believe too, it's on the front. Yes. So it's on the front and back, and then it has, property, all that shit. So it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I bought this for about $27, and I just want to give a shout out to Plot Devices for that. It was pretty cool.
There we go.
So that is 2 new things I wanted to talk about, which I forgot to mention some of the podcasts that I've been recording, so I apologize. Third, we have to thank everyone. Basically, it's time for that donation time for that Church of the Frame, by the way. So 3 ways to donate. PayPal.me/CTF podcast, one-time donation. 2, Patreon, as Mark said earlier, $5 a month for getting that audio and visual content a week before it airs. And 3, in the description below, we have the links to our Trust Wallet, which is our cryptocurrency wallet, where you can send us cryptocurrency, any type of ones that you want that you see in our description below, and you can send it our way, and that's going to help fund some projects as well. Also, please like our Facebook page, goddammit, and like and subscribe to our YouTube page, as well as hit the notification button, because we will be pushing out a lot of things on Monday and Wednesdays in 2021. So that's all I need to tell you there.
So if anything, guys, we're pushing more of the Patreon out of all of them, just because it's the most rewarding for you guys, because you get something back off of it compared to the other 2 options. You get like our videos that we were planning to release over like the course of the year, but you get to see it all at once, and you can go through a whole backlog of all of them. They're going to be most of them are going to be colored. Most of them are going to be professionally handled with audio. It's all edited properly. It's been done. It's just that we were planning to do all of it, but in the coming weeks, we will have most of it up for you. Yeah. And it will include all of the other episodes that we already released for you guys.
I would say, if you want to be safe, if you join the Patreon by, let's say, December 22nd, I will put all those January old episodes on Patreon, video wise on Patreon. So that's where it'll start.
That's releasing first, by the way. It will be released eventually on YouTube. Just remember, it's going to be on bi-weekly basis, I think is how we're doing it.
No, it's a weekly basis.
It's weekly. Okay.
It's so how it is. It's the old episodes on Monday, the new episodes still on Wednesday, but the new episodes will be a week before anyway. Still
for video is what we're saying.
For video. Yes. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Yeah, I apologize.
So what we're saying is that the Patreon will have everything, almost everything, up video wise in our Patreon. But if you want to, these are not exclusive to Patreon. They are just timed first on Patreon before it comes out on YouTube. So YouTube will have them, but in a weekly basis. So you'll have a weekly release of each and every one of the episodes in video form, starting the first week of the year. Year 2021. I gotta keep reiterating that.
In about 17 days. No, 18 days.
Yeah. Almost. Well, from now in this recording, but like after this, this release, well, it'll be like in the first week of January. So yeah,
we'll have it all figured out by then.
Yeah. So that's the thing, guys. Like we're trying to get it so you guys can actually have a rewarding experience for spending $5 a month on us. So that's why the Patreon is here. And
there'll be other things on there that will kind of be like towards the
exclusive,
monthly,
but nobody would know about it on YouTube yet.
Yeah, like that would be a good exclusive.
Yeah,
like
there are
something with maybe something shameful.
That's one way to put it.
Yes, something very shameful. I actually thought of a new show idea, by the way.
Is. We kind of like already announced it in the last one.
Chasing the Shame.
Yes, Chasing the Shame.
Chasing the Shame will be on Patreon exclusively first for a good 2 weeks before it goes on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that doesn't start 2 weeks. It's gonna be a 2-weeker before it goes on YouTube.
Okay.
Or make it a little longer.
No release date yet, though.
No release date yet. We still have what, 3 episodes only filmed.
Yeah, so which kind of ruined our.
It ruined it, but you know what?
Our whole release dates on it, but it's fine.
It's fine because then we at least have more content for Patreon later on down the year. And there's actually one show I kind of want to mention to you. I thought of a show idea that I think would be really cool, but we wouldn't have to push it till next year, or at least till the end of next year to start filming it whenever. But would you like me to tell you it now or off camera?
Do I know about this?
No, I just thought of this literally today.
Oh, Tell me off camera. I think we'll keep it a secret for now.
Okay. Yeah. We'll announce it. We'll announce it next month, if anything, if Mark likes it.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Sounds good.
Other than that, let's get on to news.
Sounds good, Mark.
Vlogcast news, dog. Okay, so here we go. This is it.
All right. Go ahead. What's the news?
So first news of well, no. Why am I there? That's not the first news. Sorry.
Well, you can go here first if you want to.
Well, here's the first news. So we all heard of it. Everybody's talking about it. Hey, Clark.
Oh, hi, Clark.
Leave Daddy alone for a second. Go.
Wow. I hope you leave that in there.
No. Go. Go in the room. Clark, in the room. I can't explain that. Okay, so first off, everybody knows about this. Warner Bros. Announced earlier this month or last month?
Earlier this month. A few days ago, actually. So it was 4 days. Today's the 13th. What was 4 days ago? The 9th. The 9th, December 9th, we'll say.
Okay. Which in this case, when this episode releases, it's a little bit later. So it's the beginning of the month. So they announced that all their movies prior to 2021 will be released on HBO Max, along with in theaters as well. Yeah. So not to get confused, because people think that it's going exclusively on HBO Max, which is not true at all. But I think, so this is interesting. So what I think Warner Brothers is doing is trying to gauge which end will have more views, which warrants them more money as well. Yeah,
but also, I don't know. Have you read the complaints from like Christopher Nolan, Villeneuve?
But that's more of their opinion. But I think what Warner Brothers are actually doing, like this is, and because it's obvious in this case for like a business practice, is trying to see which gauges more in payments.
I think also that, and I think too, it's like there's an uncertain time also about movie theaters being open and closed. Yeah. Because especially for a pandemic, and you have all these movies in your backlog that didn't come out last year. And like, what if this, like, they're thinking like, well, what if this goes, I'm guessing they're thinking like, what if this extends to 2021? How do we like, because there's only a few handful of theaters open. How do we like get our movies out there at the same time so people aren't afraid to go to the theaters, but at the same time can watch in the comfort of the home? Maybe we'll just fucking see both at the same time too.
Let's be honest though. Considering like all things that we know of this right now. Yeah. We know that we still have to pay a ticket for theaters. We know that there are still people scared of going to theaters. Well, yeah. We know HBO Max is a monthly payment. We know when it's movies are released on HBO Max, it's part of the subscription.
Is it, or is it gonna be a paywall like fucking Disney Plus? Maybe I don't know if anyone said that yet. Because the thing is, like, everyone's waiting. I think I'm waiting to see what happens with Wonder Woman 1984, because that should be the interesting part. It's like, is it going to be a paywall behind that to watch it? Because the thing is, like, how do you pay all the people back residuals and shit like that?
It could be paid.
Because but then, by the way, I watched Mulan too. By the way, which was, I'm so glad I waited till it was free on Disney Plus.
Here's the thing, though. Considering like the times right now, and considering Clark, go ahead and sit over there. Sit over there. So considering the payment, let's see in the practice of this. Considering this, people are still scared to go to theaters. That's understood. We all know this. Yeah. So that's already a hit on in theaters already.
Would you like to know my opinion on that? And it might sound like a jackass opinion, but like, I don't understand why people are afraid of theaters, because if you think about it, like, when was the last time you went to a fucking movie that was packed? Like, seat to seat, ass to ass. Star Wars, right? Yeah. But if you go see any other movie, when was that packed? Like, besides Star Wars or any other big tentpole film, when was the last time it was really packed for you?
Well, to be fair, Star Wars was the last one.
But like I'm saying, not non-tentpole. Like if you went to see fucking It, like that wasn't packed ass to ass.
Yeah, no, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is Star Wars was the last film that most people went to.
I went to see
general of
Bad Boys 3. Actually, it was the last movie I saw.
Well, I mean, like in most cases, in the large demographic, what I'm saying, majority is Star Wars.
This going back to. I went to see Back to the Future. Nope, never mind.
No, I'm talking about the majority of people, not just us.
Oh yeah. Majority
of people, Star Wars was the last one.
Yeah, but also the majority of people too. Like when those special event movies come out, like if it doesn't like they'll scale it down to like 30% of the theater. So in that regard, you're like 30% of the theater is pretty fucking big, depending on like where you are and like what theater. Because if you're in a big theater, that's like every 3 seats, there's maybe 3 or 4 seats. That's the 6 foot rule. So I don't understand. I mean, I don't know.
It's still the fact though, and it's still known that there's a virus still going on. People are still not going to go regardless.
Yeah.
And I know I hate it too, man. A lot of us hate it. It's true because we don't want theaters to die. But let's be honest. This HBO Max thing, it's been proven on even like rentals with Amazon and all that, right? People will do streaming more. That reminded me. Obvious fact.
Did you hear about this, by the way? That this woman lost her movie on Amazon Prime, and Amazon told her she doesn't own the movie if she buys it.
Amazon told her what?
She doesn't own the movie. So, like, apparently she bought a digital version of a movie from Amazon, and then I guess the movie went away or something like that. And she was like looking to watch it, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't own the movie technically."
Like she bought it or rent it?
She bought it on Amazon. And literally Amazon goes, yeah, the movies you buy on Amazon, you don't own. They're not yours technically. You're just in your fucking basket till they come back if they leave.
Yeah, they did say something about that though beforehand. Oh,
did they?
Yeah, because it's technically if it's on Prime. Well, I mean, if you bought it, you bought it though.
Yeah, but
it's in your library.
No, it's not. They took it out of her library, and then they go, "You don't own it technically. You don't technically." I had to find the article. I'll send it to you. It's very fast. It's very interesting.
Are they stating that it's because it's not within their licensing anymore?
I guess so.
So they can't. So when she bought it, she expected it in her library, but it's not in their library database anymore as well.
So that's why you still need physical.
Yeah. It's kind of sad though, if you think about it too, though. It's like, that's the norm now.
Dolph also.
Yeah, that's not just Amazon, that's everybody else too.
No, that's true.
If something leaves Amazon, the license of their database, it loses.
But at the same time, if you're buying it off Amazon, like you should have it. You should actually physically own it.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing for Vudu. You could say the same thing. They all say the same guidelines on those.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe, but Amazon could be like, I guess the difference is Amazon is the first one to ever be ridiculed about it, which means that they could be the first news outlet to be outed about that, which means the other companies will probably be like, oh, we won't do that.
Yeah.
After hearing about it. Because, it's a domino effect.
Yeah, that's true. So let's continue the HBO Max.
Like I said, I just feel like in the reality of it, I can see streaming winning this battle because it's more convenient.
No, yeah, it's true. I mean, the thing is too, like, here's the question. Like, again, I think we talked about this a long time ago. Like, you streaming a movie, like, we go back to the Troll conversation. Like, if Trolls is $30 to rent, that's like, if you're going with a family of 4, let's say average, if anything, that's like what, $40 right there to get in to see the movie. Then you're spending another probably 8 plus 8, 16, 4, and like $30 to $40 on Coke. Like, so you're spending almost $100.
We talked about that, but there's another advantage to that too, though.
Yeah,
you get to keep it more than 3 days, too.
For
like in most cases, when you buy these, you have it for 2 days.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that's the difference between doing that versus being at a theater. That's another thing. Well, that's an advantage.
Well, the thing was too, if you bought Mulan on Disney Plus, it was yours until you left the streaming service. So once you leave the streaming service, it's not yours anymore.
Well, no, that's Disney Plus though. That's the free way of doing it. I'm talking about like when you buy it. Like
when you bought it too on Disney Plus. I'm saying when you bought it on Disney Plus, let's say. If you
because of the paywall. That's obvious though. They do that on even like gaming thing.
Yeah.
But like in this case, if we're putting into context of HBO Max right now though, like the practice of it, more likely it's going to act like a rental in some ways.
Yeah.
And it'll be 2 days versus being at a theater and you only see it once. That's the other advantage there. And at the comfort of your own safe home versus at a theater, which could I know that it's not that big of a deal for us, but it is a technically, scientifically more probability of getting in an unsafe environment in a theater versus being in your home.
True.
So that's why I say there's more than one advantage to this for streaming, and that's why I think it will win.
Oh, which means Kong vs. Godzilla comes out too on HBO Max.
Yep, Kong vs. Godzilla. Yeah, let's put out the movies that will come out on these. Matrix 4, Dune.
Yeah, well, we said Dune, Matrix 4,
Kong vs. Godzilla.
Which did you know, or have you seen what they showed at CCPX or whatever it was called? They showed a snippet. They showed a quick snippet of Kong vs. Godzilla.
Okay.
At CCPX. And then on top of that, I just saw in Walmart toys for the movie as well.
Okay. I mean, that's advertising at its finest, right?
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that, like I was saying though, like that's why I think that streaming will reign supreme in this case because of those advantages already that you don't get on a normal theater. And it's unfortunate to say that, and it sucks hearing it, but it's true. It's the reality. We're in the reality aspect of it. Even if we want to hard defend theaters so much, the reality of it is you get to watch the movie more than once because it's under your rental. You're in the safety of your home. And yeah, you're going to pay more, but wouldn't you rather be safe and pay more for something that you can actually witness on multiple TVs, on multiple devices in your home?
All you gotta do is buy popcorn like 2 days before, like an 18 pack, and you'll be good.
And it's cheaper to get food.
Yeah. You can order Postmates at the same time and get fresh hot food.
Look at all the advantages already. This is like already. The only thing that you won't have an advantage over is good quality sound and good picture. Like even if you have the highest end TVs, it still won't beat a 4K projector that's in a very controlled lighting room with Dolby Atmos or any of those special things.
That's
true. The difference. But then would you sacrifice quality for health? Being able to watch a movie more than once and having cheaper food that you can order. If you really think of it that way, you're just like, shit, you're right. Streaming does sound better. Don't worry. I think the tradition of being in the theater is definitely something I want. And I know John wants that too.
I think a lot of people are missing that too, because I've seen a lot of people post like, I miss movie theaters and movie theater popcorn. And I go, yes, I miss Regal popcorn so much.
I don't hear that. I don't hear that at all.
I've seen that a handful of times in my circles.
I've never heard of that.
Really? Yeah. I've seen it in a few I
hear people saying like I miss going to theaters, but I don't ever hear about food.
I've seen people say I miss the popcorn.
Let me tell you, I don't miss the pricing of food.
No. Well, I don't miss that either.
I don't think anybody does. But yeah.
What comes out? Watch on HBO Max the next year. We have Tom and Jerry that I'm not going to watch. I'm going to definitely watch Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay. I'll definitely watch that. That's the one.
Dune.
Worth it. Space Jam. I'm gonna watch Space Jam. Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Dune.
Obviously, yeah, it's 4.
Matrix 4.
Matrix 4. Yeah, 5. Mortal Kombat 6. Yep.
Oh yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Yep.
That we know of so far.
Oh yeah. Those are the 6 that I can't wait to see. Actually.
That's a lot of good movies. That's the thing. Like, or at least presume good movies. That's the thing. Like,
you're presuming Space Jam is going to be a fucking Academy Award-winning film,
but they're names that would draw people basically, and unfortunately, streaming might be the thing for this year. So, well, in this case, though, the Oscars for next year will still happen. In this case, like, I don't know about the Oscars of this year.
Well, the Oscars this year, what was it? The joke, I saw a joke running around where it's like, the Oscar for Best Picture goes to Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 3 was like the last movie in theaters.
Or Tenet.
That was new. Yeah. Well, Tenet doesn't, I don't think, I don't know if that Tenet would count.
It's theaters.
Oh, yeah, it was in theaters, yeah. But it wasn't long enough to be in theaters. So I don't know if it's going to
No, it's still in theaters right now.
Oh, it is? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's been in theaters for a while now.
That's been a loss. It's
the lowest grossing movie now.
Yeah, well, I think that was, I think
because of the whole COVID thing. It's COVID. That's the reason. Because it's supposed to be like the biggest summer blockbuster of the year.
Yeah, it was not the biggest summer blockbuster of the year.
There's a joke going around from Red Letter Media about that, by the way, and I watched a video about them saying this.
What they
did say that it was marketed to be the one to bring back everybody in theaters. Ironically, this is the joke. Ironically, it's the one that killed theaters.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it sucks though because Christopher Nolan movies aren't bad; they're really good.
Yeah, they're not.
It sucks.
All right,
it's just because of this. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
On to the next.
Marvel movies and TV shows have been announced for the next few years.
This was a fucking huge deal.
Yeah, let's name all of them real quick before we get on to what we think. Okay. WandaVision.
Yes.
Coming out on Disney Plus, January 15th, 2021. So that's the first of the year. The Falcon and Winter Soldier, Disney Plus TV show, March 19th. Black Widow, May 7th. The movie itself.
That's going to be in theaters, I'm guessing.
Yes, theaters, not Disney Plus. So yeah.
Yeah.
Loki. Disney Plus TV show, May of 2021. No exact date on that though. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, July 9th, 2021. So I'm all saying at this point, I'm all saying 2021 until I get to the 2022s. The What If animated TV series on Disney Plus is summer 2020. Yeah. Summer. Eternals, November 5th, not on Disney Plus. This is going to be in theaters. Spider-Man 3. We'll get to that. Spider-Man 3, December 17th, to be the last I'm guessing the last movie of the Marvel year for 2021. Miss Marvel, the TV series is some Disney Plus, late 2021. There's no date on that. All right, we're on our way to 2022 now. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
You say Hawkeye? You missed Hawkeye, I think.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye. Sorry. Hawkeye TV show, Disney Plus, late 2021. No release dates. I'm sorry, that was my fault. But Doctor Strange, like I said, March 25th, 2022. So we're in 2022 right now. So that's on March 25th. Thor: Love and Thunder, May 6th. Black Panther 2, July 8th. Interesting. Captain Marvel 2, November 11th. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, 2022. So far, the only movie besides... No, sorry. Never mind. Take that back. These are all movies. No Disney Plus stuff so far. So that's
still the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is Disney Plus 2022.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is Disney Plus 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're at 2023 now. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And then all the rest of these are to be announced dates for these movies, but these are being made.
To be determined. To be determined.
Yeah. So these are being made though. Moon Knight on Disney Plus TV show
with Oscar Isaac.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She-Hulk Disney Plus TV show.
With the chick from that one show, the lady from the one show on BBC America. It was, oh my God, she was that Russian lady and she had like 3 different personalities. I forgot her name and I forgot the show, but Mark Ruffalo is going to be in it as well as Tim Roth's Abomination.
We'll put it in that.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion Nick Fury series on Disney Plus. Blade TV series. Or Blade movie. I'm sorry. Blade movie. Probably a reboot, I'm guessing, right?
Well, it has Marshala Ali, I believe.
Oh, the guy, the villain from fucking Luke Cage.
He's in True Detective. Yeah.
He's the villain in Luke Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool 3.
Yep.
Fantastic Four under Marvel this time.
With director John Watts.
Oh, wow.
Who does the Spider-Man movies.
I Am Groot, Disney Plus TV show.
Armor Wars with James Rhodey coming back.
Disney Plus TV show.
Ironheart Disney Plus
TV show. Yep.
Can I go first real quick and say some things before I let you take over?
Okay.
All right. So WandaVision, I saw the trailer. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The Falcon Winter Soldier trailer looked great. Loki trailer looked great. The What If stuff looked great. I'm not excited about Eternals, but obviously from what we all know is WandaVision is supposed to lead to Doctor Strange in the madness of the multiverse of madness, right?
Interesting.
Which I'm guessing now Spider-Man 3 is going to also lead into Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness.
Which is interesting because Spider-Man 3, they already announced a few things about that with...
And wait, I'm not done yet. I have a few more things to say. Hold on. Ms. Marvel, I saw some BTS stuff of that, which looked pretty good. I'm kind of excited for that. And as well, the lady who's playing Ms. Marvel, or the young lady who's playing Ms. Marvel, will be in Captain Marvel. No. Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan.
Oh, Miss Marvel. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was thinking.
But Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan will be in Captain Marvel too.
Interesting.
So that's all I have to, from what I read as well, about shit.
Okay. I think the one that got me the most was Spider-Man 3, because
I think we're all excited about Spider-Man 3 because that news fucking came out of nowhere with Alfred Molina coming back in with Spider-Man 2.
If you guys don't know, you probably are aware at this point. Like this has already been out and it's outed. Andrew Garfield is confirmed apparently.
Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone is coming back.
Yes,
the rumor is. I don't know if that's confirmed fully. Then you have Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst coming back as well. Alfred Molina, who played Dr. Octavius.
Yes, that's confirmed for sure.
That's confirmed for sure. And then on top of that too, oh my God, there's something else that I saw that. Oh, Charlie Cox has been confirmed now, who played Daredevil.
Yeah. So in the TV show.
Which might bring my theory, what I said like a long time ago after Far From Home came out. I don't know if I told you this one. Did I tell you this?
No.
This is going to now be recorded in the podcast. So how I always saw Spider-Man 3 happening is that Peter Parker, like now that the multiverse thing is kind of like probably going to be a big part of it, but I always saw Peter Parker being on trial and Matt Murdock is his lawyer, and then the Kingpin hires the Scorpion to take out J. Jonah Jameson, and like it adds those elements as well. So maybe like, so that's why I was thinking further originally.
And say like, since Daredevil and Spider-Man are going to be together, there's a possibility fucking Wade Wilson will be there too.
I mean, shit, you don't know, because like apparently someone like they wrote an article about now the Doctor Strange Easter egg from Spider-Man 2 might be explained.
Oh, well, like I was saying, like fucking, I could see Deadpool coming in too. In Spider-Man.
I mean, it should be very interesting because like I mean,
in the comics is why I'm saying that.
And and also just like what they're trying to pull off with the third Spider-Man should be fascinating. I mean, I would love to see like the Sinister Six versus the 3 Spider-Men.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be cool.
That would be great, actually. That would be fantastic.
I think two of my most like my most anticipated for sure for me would probably be the new Blade.
Okay.
Under Marvel this time, like fully under
Marvel.
Marvel.
Not fully under Marvel. You're correct. Yeah.
And then Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four should be interesting. I hope they get John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
I hope it's fun.
I hope so too. I hope it's interesting. And even like, I'm like I'm excited for, obviously besides Spider-Man 3, I'm really excited for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm really excited for Loki too. And Doctor Strange and Thor. And then on the news of Black Panther 2, they're not recasting Chadwick Boseman.
Interesting.
So they're gonna like figure out how to work it without him. So it should be fascinating of what happens.
CGI?
No, they're not gonna CGI him. I think they're gonna just let him rest. But the What If series, did you see the trailer for that, by the way?
No, I haven't. I've been too busy. Okay,
Marvel
so while this
zombies,
all happened in
Marvel
the Marvel
zombies,
thing,
Marvel zombies.
I know. But what happened was during that time, the Game Awards was happening at the same time. So that's the thing. Like, it came at the wrong time for me.
Yeah,
I did not know that they were going to do all this.
Yeah.
The Game Awards I knew because they actually planned it. And that's why it threw me off. And then Disney stuff at the same time. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm watching the Game Awards. I can't watch everything all at the same time.
Dude, I'm so pissed because I thought the Game Awards, they were going to announce a Gotham Knights thing. And people were on Reddit were like, oh yeah, Gotham Knight announcement on the Game Awards.
Announced other stuff that were pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, well, I'm pissed that they announced Gotham Knight stuff more, or like at least a release date for it.
But they announced other cool stuff though, like cool stuff.
Did they show the Harry Potter game? Because I'm really excited for that.
No, but they showed a whole other stuff though, like another Left 4 Dead type of game made by the original Left 4 Dead creators.
Interesting.
That looked really good. Then they showed a lot. Oh, we'll get to that. But yeah, that's all Marvel stuff. Pretty cool.
Let's go to Star Wars stuff.
Yep, let's go to Star Wars. Like, we're gonna say Disney, but fucking it's Star Wars. It's
a Star Wars section of Disney.
Yeah. All right. So a few things that they announced: Mandalorian season 3.
You know, I haven't watched all the show yet.
No, I haven't either. Lando.
Interesting.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi series, not movie,
which I can't wait for. Yeah.
We thought it was going to be a movie, but I guess it wasn't. Cassian Andor series. You remember him from? If you guys remember, he's from fucking
Rogue One.
Rogue One. That's right. Yeah, and he was the guy that went through a lot in the Republic.
Didn't excite me.
I don't know. He's a very interesting character, actually. I don't know if you actually like really looked into his character. He's a very interesting character. He went through the worst. He's the only character that's been through the worst of the Republic, like basically the freedom fighters. He was the one that caused all of the dirty work that nobody else wanted to do. That's why he's interesting. Yeah, that's why he's very interesting. That's why they made a show for him, because he was the only one that really states like all of the dirty work that nobody ever wanted to do. He was the one that did it. So he's seen the horror side of the rebellion. That's the craziest part, because we always look at the rebellion as the good guys. But they did some dirty stuff too, and he's a part of it, apparently.
Yeah.
So I want to see what that's like, seeing the rebellion as the bad guys in a way. Or not bad guys, but like the evil side of them.
Whatever her name is.
Ahsoka. Yes. Ahsoka. If you guys don't know, this is a TV series based on the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. Which
Rosario Dawson did pop up in The Mandalorian.
Yes, she did. And which confirmed that she's going to have a series too. It's crazy. For her. But yeah, she is the one that dealt with Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars. If you don't know, the Clone Wars TV show is very, very popular, the animated show. And we saw her in her happier days, in her happier lives. Now we're going to see her with the whole shit that she went through with Anakin and his change into Darth Vader, and also after Darth Vader and all that. Very interesting. I actually want to see a more darker tone on Ahsoka because she was very, very happy.
Rangers of the New Republic. Oh my god, they're milking this Mandalorian timeline a lot.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't fucking. Another one set in the Mandalorian timeline. Event. Oh my god, it's a Marvel event.
It's John Favreau again. Oh wow.
Yeah, the two guys. I think Felino, whatever his name is the dude who like was. Isn't he like George Lucas's like anointed one or some shit?
I don't know.
He's the. Isn't he the dude who made the? I think the dude who made the Clone Wars is that dude. Some shit like that.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
The Acolyte. Which I'm guessing is a Jedi, right?
No, it's. Are you reading it? No.
This is an era. No. I mean, I'm going off of like lore and stuff.
Oh, okay. I guess so because the Jedi are at high of their power.
Yeah, because if I remember, an Acolyte is one step above a Padawan, and then you become a Jedi Knight after. I think this is a transition. If I'm correct, I'm not sure. Yeah, the Bad Batch, which is
What's the bad?
I believe the Bad Batch is supposed to be about the clone, the like after the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And they are the bad, like the, I guess the rebellion of the Clone Wars.
I have no idea. I'm not big on the Star Wars lore, to be honest. Like I know,
okay, they're supposedly supposed to be like guys that are more, like we're badasses, like the mercenary guys of the clones.
All right.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like what you call it? Who are the bad company people? Like in some of those like unique units, that are like
Mark, you'll like the next one actually.
Visions.
Yeah. Read the tweet.
Star Wars Visions, an original series of animated short films, celebrated the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime create. Wow. That's fucking cool. I'm going to say it still, like anime is like a superior type of art in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it looks like animated looks great on like an American side and all that, but just there's something about Japanese anime that's very well polished. But yeah, that's cool. Star Wars Japanese anime.
Droid Stories next.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa. They cut out Rogue One. Not Rogue One. They cut out, Rogue Squadron.
Interesting.
Patty Jenkins is doing Rogue Squadron. She's like taking the best of the novels and the best of the games and going to make a Rogue Squadron movie.
Interesting.
Yeah. So get ready for that one. I might see that. That's what I like to see.
But there you go, guys. That's pretty much everything from the Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay. Next one that we're going to be talking about is shit.
You didn't write it up?
Shit.
First one.
All right. Well,
okay. You could have went to the Aperture website also.
I think it's just a full, yeah. Okay. So next one is the Aperture 600D Pro was announced. Amazing light.
Holy
it's
shit.
As bright as the fucking sun.
Yeah, it blends with it's comparable to a Joker 800, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, is the thing they were comparing it to.
Just keep in mind, guys, this is $2,000 around there.
But like you could buy
a lot of lights in this category.
Yeah,
but for the average filmmaker that's not in Hollywood or in big giant productions, I don't see them purchasing this.
Well, you do know for this light, go up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened today. Go down. I'll tell you when to stop. Go down. No, keep going a little bit more. Down. Battery charging functionality. You can literally charge your batteries on this fucking thing.
Well, can't you do that? You can do that with the 300 Mark D. Mark II.
Can you? Because I didn't know that. If you can,
yeah,
people were like, "Oh my god, you can do this."
Yeah, no, 120D as well. Mark II.
You can charge your batteries on the. You mind double check that before we clarify that?
300.
You could have just went to the Aperture website and I could have told you.
So I remember they said that they can do that.
I don't think it'll be in specs. Hold on, let me.
I guess not. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? The 300X.
Oh, that one. Yeah. It's funny, I haven't heard much about that lately.
That's a really good camera, or a really good light, though.
No, I know. I know. I'm saying I feel like that one was pushed to the back burner in some weird way because, like, literally the light. It is cheaper. No, and it's bicolor, but also even the Nova like outshined the fucking the Nova, that RGB one that they have, RGB WW soft light panel.
Yeah, everything is getting
everything is getting,
like, RGB. Like RGB is getting big.
Yeah,
it's even crazy.
Like, well, it's crazy because that fucking that new light they just announced, the 600D Pro, can do some stuff like that, some filter stuff.
I guess I can't charge. Okay, that's a big thing. That is a big thing. Charging your batteries. That's huge. I've heard of other lights doing that though too.
I don't know what other lights do, but when I heard that today, I did watch a video today prior to us talking about this, so I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did look at videos on this as well as like the fan curve that they're going to start doing. They have like the average. The only thing is it's daylight. That's the only downside to it, and it's not RGB, so you can't do like there's a lot of lights out there that can do like the police lights, stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the modes, and unfortunately, this can do it kind of, but it's a daylight light, so there's no way of using like RGB and all that functions. Which that's the only downside to this light compared to other lights out there. But
I think
this is meant for having a certain type of setup. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, also having a pure daylight light like that, that's fine. I mean, but hold on. Was that, because those are all 600Ds that light that thing. Is it not? It's not bicolor. That's so fucking weird.
No, it's not bicolor. No, it's
I know, because
D stands for.
I know. I know that, but I was saying like when we were watching the video, there was some tungsten lighting. So I was like, what the fuck is there? That's what threw me off for a second. I apologize. Maybe, but like I think daylight's a brighter output than tungsten, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. But so that doesn't mean that they're not gonna. I think they're gonna make a LS600.
See, look, see, like they might, but again, like you can just use a color, a filter, not a filter, but filter, and just change it.
Or they can make a LS600X Pro.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, there's a lot of things that they can do, but
Aperture makes some good shit though. I'm not.
They do. I'm not gonna lie either. So.
Yeah, and one thing that I will still say about Aperture that's superior to a lot of different lights out there is their app.
Yeah, the Sinus app.
Yeah, like that's the most versatile thing. It's it reminds me of like that audio soundbar system called the Sonos.
Oh yeah. The throw on this is different than like I was watching the Epic Light Media do a review on this, and they talked to a gaffer in Phoenix, because I guess they live in Phoenix, and the guy was saying like the throw on this is broader than an actual HMI Joker that's glassless, so it's very fascinating too in that way. It's trying to be comparable to a Joker 800.
Aperture.
And he's like sometimes Well, yeah, but also the guy was saying like, the Joker and all those type of things, there are certain uses too, because like those are more pointed lights. This light's being more broad in regard. I
understand that. That's very understood. Like I said, the only reason why when I mean that this is changing the game, changing the game to have an affordable light in this category.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. 100%. I would totally buy this light if I had the money.
To be honest,
Dude.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Oh man, I would totally would.
300D Mark II more. Honestly.
Are you kidding me? To have this on the ours? Well, maybe if I
or no, I would actually get the 300X more than this because of the price.
I would. Yeah. You can get what? You can get two 100Ds, 120Ds at Aperture, but you can get one. You get like the comparable price of what you can buy for this.
Yeah, but I would rather get the 300X, and me personally, just because it's RGB, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's actually cheaper than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like $1,200.
This is $1,000 for the 300X.
Oh, it's $1,000?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
$97 to be exact.
Well, I said I thought it was $1,200. That's what I was saying.
No, it's $1,097.
No, I know I'm wrong. I was saying I thought when it first released it was like $1,200. And is a 300D2 more money than this?
Yeah, isn't that surprising?
Yeah, isn't that always weird?
See, that's what I mean. I rather get this than that.
Yeah,
it's bicolor. Sorry, it's not RGB.
Yeah, it's bicolor, but the Nova is color.
Yeah, but even still, this is still brighter than even the 300D. R2, and it's bicolor. So I would still get a 300X over a 600D.
Makes sense.
Sorry. It's just that it's cheaper for one, and it's more versatile, in my opinion, that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I would rather get that. And don't get me wrong, 600D Pro is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like the verses in everybody's category of paying for stuff.
Yeah.
That's more, the 300X seems more
understandable,
appealing.
What? 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to wake up Ashley because she asked me to wake up at like 5:30, and she was gonna make dinner. So I was like, "Oh yeah, wake up now." So all right, back to where I am.
So moving on from here.
Cool.
Apple's M1 chip.
Apple's
surprising chip of the year.
Yes.
Just like how, if you guys don't know, just like how AMD has stomped Intel, another chip company has stomped Intel again.
Which is the M1 chip.
I feel bad for Intel at this point.
I don't feel bad for them. That's their own problem.
I mean, yeah, they've been like the monopoly for how many years now?
Yeah, it's
like
true.
Almost 25 years.
And do you remember like the Intel Pentium 3 commercials and the Intel Pentium 2 like all those commercials back in the day?
No, I remember all the newest, all the newer like stuff that got stomped like crazy.
No, I'm saying the commercials. Like, remember back in the day with Intel commercials were like, powered by Intel Pentium 2.
Oh, yeah.
Powered by Intel Pentium 3.
Or powered by Core i5, Core i3,
i7. Yeah, some shit like, and then like, well, and then I'm telling my parents, I'm like, Bobby, I get the Pentium 2 processor. I know nothing about computers.
Core 2 duos. I know a lot about those kind of things. The big ones were the Pentium 4s, the Core 2 duos, the Core 2 quads.
Yeah.
And then after that they went into the Core i series. First gen to now fucking 11th gen because they're coming out with the Rocket Lake CPUs.
Damn. But anywho, the small chip giant leap.
Yep. So the M1 is the new processor that's Apple's processor to get away from Intel's category and make their own their own architecture at the same time as bringing their laptops, which for a long time, a lot of people, or laptops, or even like any system in their category, for a long time that were too overpriced for the hardware that was given.
Yeah,
and this is even the answer to cheaper products.
And even I think even the problem too, sorry to cut you off, was like Intel wasn't updating their processors much.
No, Intel sucks, basically.
Yeah, so like, because they were part of, I mean, all the processors were Intel or whatever at the time, you know, when they went to Intel again. I mean, like, that's why people were like always waiting for a new fucking MacBook Pro update or some shit like that. It took like 2 years or a year and a half, and like, oh, here's a new processor finally, and it's like nothing new.
Nothing new?
Like, like nothing.
The Intel thing. Got it.
Yeah, with the Intel thing.
And also the other thing is like Intel also being completely demolished by AMD for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
It's really sad where Intel is at right now, because Intel has been dethroned as of
I hope you don't have Intel stock, Mark.
No. AMD definitely changed the game when they released their processors called Ryzen. Ryzen has changed the game overall, and now, the thing is that what's funny about the Intel is that Intel had quad core processors, as of like 2 or 3 years ago, still quad core, and that was the last one was the i7 7700Ks, were the last high end processors that anybody could afford. And they were still quad core processors. When Ryzen came out, they had 8 core processors.
That's true. I have a Ryzen in my computer.
Which is crazy, because at that time it sparked a lot of like, I guess like it scared Intel really badly to the point where they had to catch up, and they couldn't catch up anymore. So as of now, Apple has released their processors, and it even beats any Intel. It's on it's on par with AMD's lower processors right now.
Mm-hmm. And which is a pretty good move for Apple to do this. I mean, it's pretty fascinating for them to do this at this time as well.
No, I think it's proper. I think it's the fact that Intel has lost its game over the years.
Yeah.
And they saw what happened to Intel versus AMD, and they probably went like, it's time to move on from Intel.
Yeah.
Because if Intel is, I think it's the whole thought, and this is how I think of it, because I've been following all this processors for a very long time. And I think it's because of the fact that watching AMD stomp Intel for the last 4 years is the fact that if AMD could catch up that quickly, why can't they, kind of thing, with their own architecture? Because at that point, AMD has found out how to beat them, how to beat Intel. Yeah. So Apple can do the same thing, and they did.
And there was this. Oh fuck! Even like shit. Now I totally blanked out what I was also gonna say on that too. No, it's okay. I just lost concentration for a second about what I was listening to what you were saying, and I just blanked out my thing. Fuck. Never mind. It's not important then.
Well, overall,
no, I know. I was gonna say sorry. I know it's gonna take a couple years anyway for them to transition out of Intel.
Yeah,
as well.
That's true.
So they did say this is not like just a big old leap. It's a gradual leaving. Well, so like probably in 3 years. I was
telling you before, anyways. Like this is first gen.
Yeah, no, we know. Yeah, this is M1. Obviously, it's M1's first generation. So
it just shows how Intel has been so comfortable in their niche way. Like they've been so comfortable for years as being at the top of their game that there was no innovation anymore. They were just like micro changes, like micro leaps, like very, very small leaps in technology with Intel, that when Ryzen came in, AMD came in, they changed the game by doing huge leaps that Intel wasn't prepared for. And Apple saw that opportunity to make their own system and their own architecture that can that AMD probably gave a little bit of like a little bit of their architecture to, because AMD, if you don't know, is very open source compared to Intel being proprietary. That they probably gave some certain schematics to Apple, to work off their own stuff as well. Kind of like how Linux is available for Mac, like
question,
how it's made Mac. So.
Question. So let me just say this also first. So we know the 13-inch, the MacBook Air, and the MacBook Pro 13-inch, the MacBook Air are the only two computers, right? With the M1 chip, right?
And the Mini.
Do you think? Yeah. Oh, and the Mini. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're waiting for the M2 to pull off a 16-inch MacBook Pro and a iMac and an iMac Pro?
No, they probably will still have an M1 chip for those, if I were to say.
Okay, I was just curious.
Here's the thing, too. Like the M1 from benchmarks and even Linus, all of them agree that this is a really amazing release because it's actually beaten even a lot of Intel chips out there.
Oh, wow.
I've seen some benchmarks and even Linus, the one that's always about
critical
for PC and the PC side of things, even admits that it's a CPU chip. It doesn't beat Ryzen's. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. It doesn't beat like the high end Ryzen's, but damn, is it in the middle?
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a chip that's surprising. It can do workflows. It can do all that. It's incredible for what it is, which means that everybody's excited for second gen. The M2 chips in this case.
I'm actually excited for the M2 chips because I want to see what they can pull off in that regard.
My excitement for me personally is not even in the power side of it. It's the pricing side of it. This is the first time we get to see cheap products.
Hopefully cheaper products.
Or competing priced products is a better way to put it. They're still not up to par with a lot of laptops out there. Unfortunately, I'll say that right now. It's still not a bad buy though, still, because it's competing with other laptops. But if you're in our field, for instance, in our category of like how we edit and everything like that, we work with high quality stuff. We work with ProRes. We work with ProRes RAW and all that. Don't get me wrong. You can get Final Cut Pro and stuff like that, and it will still work very well. And you'll still do 8K and editing and all that, not in RAW specifically. But this is still a great product. But there are still laptops with more features in like PCs that can do a little bit better than even the MacBooks. But for all means, go ahead and get these MacBooks because they're pretty on par.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
I agree. They're pretty spectacular. I'm really looking forward to, like, again, the 16-inch. I
want to see them twos first.
Yeah,
I think that's what if I wanted to transition to Mac, if I were to do editing and all that, I would definitely go.
You want to see the M2?
Yeah, I actually want to see this in streaming as well because Macs are terrible with streaming.
I actually would rather wait until see the M3s
for streaming, or for
just in general. Just in general, I'd rather go with the M3 because again. I look at also the iPhone. Look at the iPhone first one. The second one was the 3G, right?
Yeah.
And then the 3GS came out and everyone was like, oh my God. This is fucking fantastic.
And the 4G and the 4GS, stuff like that.
Yeah. So then you had the 4 and So I think it's going to be, again, they said it's a transition. I think by the time they fully transition, they should be at their second or third, they'll probably be at their third M3.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious of what that's going to be.
Like by then, I highly doubt it. But that's where the difference is. Power, I will still say I think power is still on the PC side of things, but that's not the important point of it.
Yeah.
It's where Apple has been. I hate to say it for a while now. Apple has been in the back burner for a while after all these AMD releases and all that. They were always like a third choice for a while. And Apple has since drawn back. I mean, there's a lot of people that changed to PCs from Macs over the last 4 years. It's very true because Apple was not ahead of their game anymore. And that's the unfortunate thing. And it could be just because of this, because of Intel as well.
Well, they also, I think, focused more on the phone too. They were focusing on their iPads and their iPhones.
Yeah, because iPad is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, iPad's amazing, but like, it's not going to really replace a fucking laptop anytime soon.
It's come so far that it's close, though.
No, it has, but at the same time, it's like there's, like it'll probably one day, but not right now.
No,
I'd say not.
You can fully edit on an iPad now.
Like professional
work too. That's what I'm saying. It's very close. I'll say that, which is a step up for iPad. So yeah, it's definitely better than a MacBook now.
Yeah.
If you wanted,
well, they only make MacBooks anymore. They just make MacBook Pros.
No, but I mean, like, it's beaten MacBooks.
Oh.
It's the craziest part. Like, iPad actually beat MacBooks in a lot of ways. That's crazy. Yeah. The fact, because you can now professionally edit on an iPad.
Well, we'll also go back to what you were saying too. It's Intel, because all those MacBook Pros or MacBooks are on Intel.
Yeah, it's sad. Intel is the issue.
And those iPads are on A13 chips, which are in iPhones as well, or A12 chips, depending.
In some cases, is on par with an Intel chip, which is crazy.
So, yeah,
it kind of says something as to what's the proven point, and it's still the fact that, like, even still, the PC Ryzen's beat any of those. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the craziest part. That's how far Apple has gone so behind. Because one, Intel is probably one of the reasons, the main reasons, and the fact that Ryzen is just a powerful force at this point that just hasn't been beaten in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I agree.
They're just on another level, and a lot of people transition from Macs to PCs over the years. Yeah, it's crazy, but this could be the comeback. We'll see.
This should be the transition. So maybe 2 years from now, we'll see what happens.
No, I highly doubt it'll be 1 to 2 years. It'll probably, if I were to foresee things, because I've seen innovations from AMD. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Yes, Apple's doing great. Don't get me wrong, but AMD is far on another level right now.
Well, I mean, let's see what happens in 1 to 2 years, and let's see what the technology of Apple. I'm not saying competing.
In the next 2 years, I already tell you their roadmap, because they already have a roadmap out, and AMD's next processors.
I'm not saying it'll be. I'm not saying it'll be AMD. I'm saying let's see what the next 1 to 2 years brings for this M1 chip in general.
Yeah, or M2 in this case.
Yeah, but, M2. Yeah.
But I will tell you right now, the roadmap for power in this case is AMD in the next 2 years will have their Zen 3 processors, or I'm sorry, Zen 4 processors, and those Zen 4 processors will have as the medium. You know how eight cores is normal right now? Yeah. 16 cores is going to be the norm for those.
Well, there's an article I saw. It's one of those things that you see, like, read like a blurb of it before you impress it, and then it refreshed on my phone. And I was reading something that the M1 chip has like eight cores on one thing and like 7 cores on another thing.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, Ryzen's next ones are 16 cores with 32 threads. Yeah.
So I wonder what the M2 chip's going to be then.
It's not going to be 16 core. I'll tell you that for sure. But that's what I was trying to say. Like, the thing is, in terms of power, AMD is very impressive. They are right now. They are the ones that turn heads, because like even the roadmap shows that their next processors for the medium range, like affordable medium range, how you are able to buy your processor for about what, $150, $180?
No, it was like $300.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now like even the 3700X is like 200. Yeah. It's crazy. It's cheaper and it's stronger, way stronger. That's the craziest part. Like the craziest part is like 25% stronger than the 700X. I know, it's crazy. And it was fucking what? Like, that's like $70 cheaper, right? Yeah. Yeah. So right now the $180 one is the 3700X. Yeah. Their next one, which I think is going to be the 4700X, because, we're going 1,000, in 1,000. Yeah. Apparently it's going to be 16 core processor.
Wow. That's crazy.
With 32 threads, and it's coming out in maybe a year or two. So yeah, like I was saying, like the AMD processors for the 4700X, since we had the 3700X right now, is supposed to be 16 core versus an 8 core, which that's fucking surprising. That's a huge leap, and that's going to be a norm. That's an average. Yeah. So their highest one is going to be possibly a 24 core. Shit. As the highest end ones. And then they said that in the next 4 years in their roadmap, right? Jesus Christ. Their norm is going to be a 24 core.
Holy shit.
And then their highest one is going to be a 36 core. That's what I'm saying. I think AMD is a force of nature at this point on another level of processing power.
Very true.
Which I don't know what Apple's, if they're going to compete, what is their, I think they're going to be more on their software side versus hardware.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I just want to see what Apple does again.
Yeah.
Like overall. I mean, I just don't blow.
AMD is definitely there.
Well, I mean, hey, if you said AMD's shit's open source, Apple can take some of that open source and use it as their own. So, I mean, technically, you can literally see maybe an M3 that has 16 cores.
Yeah.
When we get to the M3.
It won't be as strong as an AMD though, but yeah.
No, it won't be as strong, but at least you'll have 16 cores maybe. Or,
if they do catch up, the only thing I can see them catching up, and this is foreseeing it based on my knowledge and how I've seen like stuff for years and years. I think Apple will be like, if they can achieve 16 core, let's say that, and they go against the 16 cores of the AMD processors. But I think theirs will be more of a mobile processor versus like a desktop processor quality.
I think probably what's going to happen is they're going to have an M1, then they're going to have an M1S, then they're going to have an M2, then they're going to have an M2S.
Yeah. It'd be based on naming schemes, yeah. But in terms of power, I think they're going to be more of a mobile processor quality versus Ryzen being like the ultimate powerhouse quality. If you want to start doing like 8K raw or 12K raw
true
workloads and stuff, I think that if you're going to do those kind of like things in the future, if you're going to see more people doing like 12K, 8K raw like workflows, I think AMD would still be the more appealing types versus Apple. But then the software could change everything too. Maybe Apple's not about power. It's about software, which in this case, their software is superior in some ways. So
we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see
where we're going to go. This is a very interesting time. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is a very interesting time. All right. Next topic, right?
The 3 cameras that everybody talks about. The Red Komodo.
The C70.
The FX6 C70. From Sony and the C70.
Yes.
3 run and gun cameras. That's right. I said it. 3 run and gun cameras. I know a lot of people are thinking, wait, Komodo's run and gun? There's reasons. There's a lot of things that is, and I've done a ton of research on this stuff. They are run and gun cameras, and they are going duking it out versus each other because they're below the $10,000 range in cinema cameras in generals. And one reason why the Red Komodo, and I was telling John about this, is their app. The app for Red Komodos is run and gun because it's on the fly fast. It's literally, you could press the button and it will like react to those kind of things, like pressing ISO, doing NDs, all that stuff on the app. And it's that wicked fast because it does a 5 gigahertz connection, if I remember correctly, which is a much steadier and higher quality connection for Wi-Fi. That's the reason. It's crazy, right? So yes, it can be a run and gun. And one advantage compared to a wired connection, compared to that, since it's 5 gigahertz, it's almost like wired, and you have to have your phone really close to the camera, which I think it's about, if I remember correctly, 5 gigahertz connection is up to 350 to 500 feet, which is a pretty good range. You can literally have wireless control with your camera. So, and you can do run and gun stuff while being away from your camera if you want to. Like one cool thing about that is you could have somebody holding the camera and you can have your phone ready to do secondary AC work.
True.
That's the advantage. So that's why I say it's a run and gun camera. It's very impressive. I won't lie to you. Komodo has something that can compete with the others in that category. So I'm pretty impressed myself. Like, that's crazy that's something that the other cameras can't do. So that's one. The FX6 is incredible because it's the only one in the $10,000 category that can do
under
ProRes RAW.
$10,000.
Yeah, under $10,000 that can do ProRes RAW.
And it's full frame.
And it's
unlike
full frame, and it
unlike
has
the Komodo as C70.
And it's still run and gun as well because it has buttons and all that that you can quickly do, and it has. I think the one thing that's cool about it too is it's variable and END as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just ND. So it's like you could actually have micro stops in ND filtering. So that's another thing that's cool, and it's END as well, which means that if you go from, it automatically changes from when you're going outside to going back inside, and it automatically changes on the fly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that's what I mean. These cameras all have their perks and all that in run and gun. So it's kind of hard to tell which one's better because I think it just depends on your needs at that point. Because the C70
I think that makes
is great as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing footage for the C70. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
that looks
so
great.
Is the FX6. If you've seen footage on
the
that,
FX6
it's fucking
too,
crazy too.
I saw that B&H with a B&H video for it. It was really good.
Yeah, it looks really fucking good, and it's almost it's kind of funny because a lot of people say like, why get the FX6? Like, why get the FX9 at this point?
Well,
that's a very good like. I know there's some stuff advantages, but it's very minuscule is the craziest part about it. It's very minuscule. Like, it is better to get the FX6 in some cases for the value.
I agree with you.
And then, of course, the C70 is great in its own right. So it's like, it's kind of hard. And that's why I wanted to bring this up too. Because John and I mentioned this to John already.
Mark, are you even paying attention to my...
No, I cannot see because I'm looking at the at my screen. Oh, hi, Bear. Oh, man. Producer Bear.
Yes, sorry. Continue. He came in the room.
But like I was saying, like, these all have their advantages in different realms, in different situations. They're all running gun cameras. That's the craziest part about them, too. Some better than others. Some cooler than others in some ways, you know?
Some form factor better than others.
Yeah. Which, to argue, FX, their form factors are all good.
I think the only ugly form factor may be a C70. I'm not really huge on the form factor there.
Yeah, it looks like a DSLR in some ways, but hey, that grip is cool though.
That grip is cool. I mean, that's like a camera grip. That's like a C.
That's what I mean, though. That's DSLR something that's still an advantage in some ways. Yeah. But then the FX6 comes with a
better handle,
with a grip of its own.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like can't tell. It's hard.
And it comes and it comes with an articulating viewfinder too.
It's hard because this also. Let me just say this: the red Komodo, right?
Yeah.
The fucking red Komodo has third-party availability for accessories now, which that's a surprise in its own, you know? It's like,
well, there's always third-party accessibility.
No. Yeah, but you still have to have certain things though in order to work it.
No, I mean, typically, like, wooden camera has a lot of red stuff that you can use as well. Like,
what I'm saying is it's more open than any of those other things. They had to, wooden camera, all those other companies had to make proprietary shit for it, though.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying when it's third party, I mean third party. Let's not make it partial third party. Let's make it full third party. That's the difference. And cheaper.
Oh, okay.
And cheaper. Way cheaper. You gotta admit, that's a huge leap on its own. No, think about it. You don't need a module for recording. You don't need a module for batteries.
Well, what do you mean a module? Like, what module?
A proprietary module, even if it's from third-party companies, to do that.
You didn't need a module for batteries. They came with a V-mount on the back of the Reds.
V-mount. Yes, an adapter for it. Yeah.
Yeah, then you buy a V-mount battery for it.
Oh, yay. That's over
you don't need
$10,000. alone.
No,
or 4,000 or 1,000, whatever. You get my point. It's expensive.
$300 for a fucking V-mount battery, depending on what size you get. It's like $180.
Is my point. That's the problem with Red. That was always the problem with Red. It's fucking ridiculously too expensive to have all these extra shit for it. Now you don't have to. That's my point.
Okay. Like, I can understand, like, the CFast part of it. Like, that was fucking... the mini-mags were expensive as shit.
No, that's not it all. That's not just that. It's other stuff.
No, that's a big part of it, though.
Yeah, that's part of it, yeah. But now you don't even have to worry about that anymore. This is the first Red that is completely, fully third-party compatible with everything.
Okay.
That's the miracle of it. It's the first Red that's different from other Reds.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it super affordable this time, which I appreciate. This is the first time. And that's why I say, like, this Red is the first Red that can actually compete with people that can afford shit.
All right. Well, price it out and tell me how much it would be to buy everything you want for it.
I mean, I don't have a list right now. You
can say come back to me
for the FX6 versus the C70 in some cases.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was trying to say, though.
But,
I'm trying to say,
but I'm kind of curious of what the price spec outs would be for.
And that's item. Where I was getting to. Okay. So I talked to John about this for our viewers and our listeners out there. I talked to John about this because this could be a very long process kind of video we're thinking about doing, or even a video series. Who knows? But we are going to duke it out. We're looking for cameras.
We're literally going to fight. We're gonna literally take on the boxing gloves and fight.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be taking down a showdown of all of these cameras that we are mentioning. Hell, even the camera that's probably going to come out for the next 6 months or so to a year. We'll have that camera if it's in below the $10,000 range at that time and duke it out with these other 3 cameras. Because we are going to find out what is the best chasing the frame camera below 10 grand that we can actually see that's practical for our needs. And we're going to find out the pros and cons of it. We're going to actually be credible to not just opinions based on something we haven't tried ourselves. Because that's the problem. Because everybody will say something about it like, well, you haven't tried it. Well, you haven't tried it. So how do you know? When
now we can say we tried it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're going to actually try all of these cameras over the next year. We're going to try all of them. We're going to try different setups with all of them. We're going to try our own accessories with all of them. Like to see which has credibility and which not. We're going to try different workflows. So that's right. We're going to try ProRes RAW. We're going to try different workloads that we can see if there's anything that we can work off of it as well. This is going to be all an experiment for a whole year. And it's kind of an announcement in a way, right?
Yeah, you are announcing.
Yeah.
Surprise, everyone. This will be a Patreon exclusive. No.
I mean, it might come out with Patreon first. Who knows?
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. But overall, we want to show like what could be the best below $10,000 cinema camera for running gun use, for using it in corporate situations, in commercial use, in YouTube use, in our usage, you know?
Yeah.
All of those factors. We're going to try all of these cameras. And we're going to see which one we like better versus John versus me versus the pros and cons to things on each camera as well. Because we are interested in each and every one of these cameras. We want to see if there's anything that we probably don't know that maybe would be cool. Like John probably, when he heard that you can do it off the phone, it's fucking crazy on its own through a 5 gigahertz connection. That's something different from every other camera out there as well. So that's a cool thing. And I know Zcam does it. We all know that.
It's cool.
But not in this quality.
There's something weird about that. Like that, like it, not, I mean, maybe it's just me, but like that always bugs me using my own phone as a monitor because I'm like,
well, not a monitor, but a controller.
Well, even as a controller, I'm like, what if I get a phone call? What if this happens? Like, I'm like, I'll just fucking go off the camera.
But then you could go off an iPad too.
That's true about having an iPad on me.
But that's what I mean. It's so versatile though. That's a cool thing, though, that you're able to do that.
And I mean, you can also
connections.
Yeah,
that's the craziest part to me, at least. Mm-hmm. Like that's like you can't argue with that at that point, like because it's so versatile. It's thinking outside the box, and it's a very stable connection and very fluent in that matter.
Yeah,
I can even see it as a future. I'm not gonna lie. I can see it as a future because you know why? There's wireless audio now.
Oh yeah,
that's up to par to professional standards now.
Mm-hmm.
This could be the beginning. Who knows? Red could have thought of the beginning of it. Yes, Zcam has their own, but it's not as versatile and as stable as this. This is the most stable I've ever seen. Like Zcam, I don't know if Zcam will get something that can be as stable.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, you know what, too? Like, you don't really know if it's stable until you put it through its own paces on your own end, because at the same time, the person you watch the video of, I know. I'm just clarifying that as well, because like we don't know how stable it is until we try it in like 4 different scenarios. Like if you were in my house and I was upstairs and you were outside in the backyard, how good is the connection still? That's still under 2 feet.
If it did.
Well, yeah, but like at the same time, like how that's under 200 feet, but we're under a lot of walls and shit like that too. So now I'm curious.
Yeah, and if it does do really well, that's a game changer.
Yeah,
that's definitely a game changer. Zcam has 2.4 gigahertz connection, and it's blocky and it's not the best. It's very it has a delay, like a crazy latency issue. Mm-hmm. And this one doesn't.
Yeah.
And I've seen videos of it already. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy shit now with like the Asgun like Cine Pro shit, and it's like 1,200 feet of like distance before they like stop it. And like this person did a video of it, and it's crazy. It's like the craziest shit ever. I was like, because he put it through all the paces, I was like, whoa, I kind of want to buy this for $600.
Like, I kind of want to see what this can do then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Yeah,
I'm curious too. Yeah, we could
probably that thing has like 4 antennas too. Yeah,
like damn.
Yeah, no, because he went through it. Like they went through like a tunnel with like and at the other end of the tunnel, see how fucking clean the signal is, and I think it was pretty clean from what they saw.
That's pretty cool. I want to face this with that now. So yeah. But in camera way of doing that, if it can impress us in ways that we didn't even think that in camera one can do too.
Yeah.
Versus an external version of that, that'd still be impressive on its own.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows that an in camera one can become that in the future too. So I look forward to this. I think Red has something. It's funny because we look at Red and we feel like it was going far behind in terms of technology for a while now. A lot of people thought that for a while. That like even the Gemini, Gemini is like the most popular one because it's the low light one, right?
Yeah, it's dual sensor, dual ISO.
Yeah, and that was cool on its own, right? But that was like one feature compared to other newer cameras, even hybrid cameras that can do more than even that camera, you know? And it's funny, like we didn't know if Red can do something like that again, where they can be like have a feature that can be game changing again, because that wasn't a new feature, let's be honest, but it was a kind of a big thing for cinema cameras. I'll say that.
Have you heard about the Red book that they want you to read before you even get a Red camera, or like to get certified as a Red operator?
No,
like it's called The War. It's like called I forgot what the name was, but friend of the podcast, Justin Phillip, has the Komodo, and he was talking about the book, and I'm like, I need to buy this book. It's like I think it's $70, and they talk about how you shouldn't expose to the right, by the way, with a Red.
Does that count for the Komodo? Because I've seen
that counts for all their
people actually
all their products. The Red literally says don't. Yeah, Red's book says like don't expose to the right.
That's funny because I don't think that's accurate anymore for the Komodo. Because I saw videos of people actually don't underexpose or don't keep actually do exposed by one, and they actually did scientific tests on it.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, cause I want to read that. Like I said, I want to read more of the book.
Off now at this point. That book could be off now at this point.
No, it's a newer book.
That's funny because the Komodo, there's proof on videos out there that actually shows that it's better to expose one stop.
I think he said he called Red also, and they said like the same. They even told him don't expose to the right.
That's funny because there's a lot of people that proves that wrong.
So it's fascinating.
It's weird. That's so weird because there's many videos that proves that theory wrong. So I don't know. It's
so weird. But also it's like that whole exposure to the right thing is a photo thing. It's not a video. It's not a film thing.
It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of scientific proof. Even colors tell you to do it that way because it's better to not have noise is the point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying what there's arguments about it. That's why.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that as a colorist, it's better to expose more than to underexpose because you'll have less noise in blacks. They even tell you with area on that.
Yeah.
Because they're like film cameras, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like that's the thing. You don't want noise in your footage. You don't want to use a fucking noise denoiser of any type and stuff like that. And the only way to do that is exposing more. So that's why I tell people to do it. Expose just one stop more. It's not going to hurt the footage, especially if you're in RAW. Come on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mean, I'm agreeing with you there.
Yeah, because like, why would you do that? Why would you underexpose in RAW when you have more benefits in overexposing in RAW? That's what I would.
But I just find it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's my way of thinking. It's like also people who expose. I mean, like especially in like really low situations or like I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it of how to explain it. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up now.
I mean, scientifically, it makes sense. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
artistically, does it?
In what?
Does it make sense?
Well, artistically, that's subjective to how you want to do it. Like for your film.
Yeah.
Like, let's give an example, Robert Eggers. Like when he does Lighthouse, he lights it a certain way because it's for that period of time and it's in that situation because he's trying to mimic an old style camera when it's a newer camera.
Well, he shot on film
for that. Well, yeah, it's still 35 millimeter film, but he's trying to make it even more.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it even more like dirtier and grittier. So he did it certain ways. Versus if you're doing commercial work, you want to expose more. When you're doing commercial work, there's not many people that underexposes because you have to get a certain quality off of that. You see what I mean? It depends on the situation, but in most cases, most of our listeners, most of our viewers are either filmmakers or commercial workers.
Yeah.
And in this case, please just expose one stop. It will save you in a lot of commercial work. I'll say that.
Or please expose properly.
Yes. Don't underexpose. Don't underexpose if you're doing commercial work. I'll tell you right now, it's good. You're going to have a bad time in editing and dealing with this kind of shit.
Talking about underexposure, did you hear like it's better to underexpose on the C300 Mark III than overexpose or some shit like that?
Is there a scientific proof on that?
Who did a fucking I forgot who did. I think Gerald Undone did something with this, and they compared like the underexposure and the overexposure to the C70 and the C300 Mark III, and like how the underexposure does better than the 70 if you underexpose. Like
with recording?
Yeah, recording.
Doesn't make sense if you're starting to do post though.
I don't know. He just did I don't remember exactly what it was. Well, I don't know. He just did a fucking quick color or whatever it was. I don't know. You have to watch the fucking video. I have to find the video. I'll send it to you or something.
Well, you know what? We're going to test out these cameras anyways.
I know that. Yeah.
I'll probably prove that in some way.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's true because coloring is different for sure in that category.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to try all these cameras. We're going to see for sure what works for us. One of the things that I'm excited for the Sony that I want to see for sure is the variable ND filter and the auto END ways of doing things. I want to try an extreme way of using that. So that's going to be fun because that's that's a feature that the Komodo and the C70 can't do right now. And I want to see if that's really cool in its way, how far you can push it, The C70 Canon colors. I just love Canon colors. And the versatility of the buttons is the one thing I'm excited for doing that. I also want to see how well it does with ProRes if we put it with an Atomos, for instance.
I don't think it has. Well, you can't do ProRes. Sorry, I was saying ProRes RAW. I don't think you can do that yet on there.
I'm talking about RAW. I'm talking about ProRes.
You just meant ProRes in general. Okay.
Yeah. I want to see how well it plays with ProRes really well with the Canon colors, because it'll be the first cinema camera that we can afford that we could do ProRes at high quality, even ProRes high HQ and all that. So it'll be one of the first cinema cameras in Canon's lineup that can do it, which means I could play with the Canon colors like crazy in that matter.
And you can test out every fucking gamma on that camera.
Yes, exactly. So I want to see that.
C-Log 2, C-Log 3, YDR.
Like their fucking HLG, all their other stuff. I'll check it out too. I mostly want to do ProRes because ProRes is still a standard for editing in general. And it works a lot better with most NLEs. So the thing is, it's just ProRes is normal.
I don't think ProRes is a standard, because the broadcast is not. They don't edit in broadcast in ProRes. They use AVCX or whatever that shit's called, whatever the 10-bit formats are usually.
TV and broadcasting, right? That's what you're stating.
Yeah, broadcast, and even but
we're this outside of just TV and broadcast. Though.
Well, commercial as well. They use that broadcast standard. They don't use ProRes.
I see a lot more ProRes on commercial work now.
Have you?
Yeah.
Because what commercial work have you seen in ProRes?
Nike's. Let's see. There's Nike. There is some of the car manufacturers as well. All ProRes.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a standard. I mean, there's differences. It's just a matter of
it's just it's what the broadcast is wanting. It's just that. Just
remember, TV is not the highest form anymore. We're at internet and all that now at this point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a niche market at this point as well. I hate to say that too. I know how you are into TV and theaters as well. It's just whatever. It's the coming of ages, man. And then there's Komodo. The main thing I'm excited for Komodo is the fucking app. I want to see how far.
I'm really not excited for the Komodo.
What's up?
I'm not excited about the Komodo.
Even with that one feature?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. Doesn't really irk my fucking Johnson.
I guess. I mean, I think it's cool that we have that though.
I mean, it's cool to have a red, but I'm it is what it is. I mean,
no, I mean that feature alone is pretty cool though. It's a step ahead.
I mean, it's just one fucking feature. I mean, it's not like the fucking oh my god, it makes or breaks a camera though. I don't know.
Think about the situations in those cases. But you did say that there's an external product that can do that as well with the Cine. But I mean, it's cool that an Embody one can do it.
Yeah.
Flawless rates is what I'm saying.
But the Cine is a wireless transmission system. So on the Cine Pro, you can go to you can hook up a wireless monitor.
No, I totally get what you're saying. It's just that
yours is more of a control app though.
This is cool that it's in body though.
Yeah.
It's a step ahead for cameras. In body quality stuff is finally at a very stable point is what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
Wirelessly. That's a breakthrough on its own. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. That's Vlogcast, pretty much. That's
the Vlogcast. That's us arguing like always. Two grumpy old men.
Grumpy guys.
Two grumpy grumps. Two grumpers.
I mean, we might be less grumpy. I think it's just we haven't been out to do stuff.
I haven't been outside in ages. I'm so grumpy. What?
You've been filming though.
Yeah, I know. I've been filming. I
It's very small stuff though lately.
Yeah, nothing, but it's just for fun, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, it's fun, but that was also the scare for us too. That's why we're doing this vlogcast, because John wasn't aware. John, you're not sure, right? You think that somebody probably had it, but you did a testing because you weren't sure, right?
I want this cut out because I don't want anyone from work to listen to this and then go, oh, what, you didn't tell us? Because he was tested positive, Mario, and we didn't know that till Friday.
We'll put that in Patreon then. That part.
No, don't put that on Patreon at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't want that. Yeah.
The thing is, I guess I was exposed to it.
Yeah.
I was exposed to being positive in testing, and the thing is, like, that's the reason why we're doing this. We're just
safety.
We want to be safe. Yeah.
Better safe than sorry than safe.
Right. And in this case, I'm fine though. I think I'm asymptomatic is what they call it.
That's good. I'm glad you're fine.
Yeah, and as you can see, I look completely healthy.
Yeah, you haven't been coughing or anything, so that's good.
Yeah, I haven't coughed at all here. Okay, so like I was saying, things happen. As you can all see right here, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
you look fine. Very orange. You going tanning?
But it's sometimes it happens, and it doesn't mean that chasing the frame is slowing down in any way. We're fine, if anything.
No, we're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're speeding up. Yeah. But we're slowing down. But we're also speeding up. It's a weird train.
It is.
It's a weird train.
Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this vlogcast. I'm glad we still got on time with the vlogcast and we're still doing the vlogcast because, well, I wasn't sure if we were going to be super late for the vlogcast or we were going to skip a month again.
I mean, it's holidays too. So, I mean, like people are busy right now as well. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. I think it's not a big deal if you skip 1 month. People aren't going to be like, oh my God.
This would be our second month if we did.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. We didn't skip any month.
Yeah, we did. We skipped one.
What? We skipped one because I moved.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, because it was July or August.
No, it was
September. No.
Yeah, I think it was August.
Yeah, because I moved. That's why we didn't do it.
Yeah, but that would have been if we skipped this one, it would have been our second one.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least we made it. We made it. So
we're trying to make sure that you guys get our vlogcasts and stuff like that, and you get to see all the news and then have fun with us, talk about grumpy stuff.
Be grumpy grumps and talk shit.
Maybe the next one we won't be as grumpy because we'll be talking about more about us.
Yeah.
Because it'll be our 1 year. 1
year. That'd be out. Wait, that's January 8th. We're doing that, right?
Yeah. So it'll be more about us.
Yeah, it will be.
And that will be right after our special episode.
That whole week's going to be crazy because we're going to throw down an episode on the 1st. We're going to throw down an episode.
Technically, our next vlogcast will be our 1 year anniversary episode.
Vlog, yeah. So, because literally on the 30th, on the 1st, we're dropping an episode on the 1st. That's our 52nd episode, which is technically 1 year on the date of how many 52 weeks that we did. And then we drop
you guys know for context, that 52nd episode was supposed to be the first interview with Otaku IRL with John, but we had to change that.
Obviously, because of this week. And then we have an episode drop on the 4th, which is an old episode. This is all on YouTube. And then the 6th will be another episode as well. And then the newer episode. Our next vlogcast will be the official 1 year celebration episode. Yes. Which is January 8th. Yep. So that will be so vlogcast will be the one where we go, hey, and we'll probably are we still doing live stream? Yeah, we can still do a live stream for that one. Okay. Yeah, I think we should do a live stream for that one. First vlogcast and first CTF live stream episode. Live stream. Oh boy. Get the beers ready. It's our first of everything. And it's our first 1 year anniversary. Dude, that's 3 things. Our first live stream, our first CTF live stream, and our 1 year. All in one video. All in one video. Oh my God. Holy shit. God damn. I know, right? What a year. What a year. What a year. Oh my God. Well, anyway, that's the end of our show, right, Mark?
Yep, that's it. So if anything, guys, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts.
Yes, I can now say that. Please also like us. Please rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts if you get a chance. Podchaser as well.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, both. Even
podcast.
Follow us on Spotify if you want to follow us on Spotify. Whatever your pod of choice is that you listen to, subscribe and review if you can. That's all.
Yeah, we only say Spotify because that's like the most that people listen to all of our shit.
Yeah. Actually, Anchor is or Apple Podcast is one of the two, and not Spotify is like the third.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
But yeah,
fun fact to know.
Whichever one that you do, listen to it. And then
whatever
of course,
you're comfortable with.
YouTube, check it out. Otaku's on there as well.
Subscribe to Otaku is on there as well, and then on top of that, subscribe as well and hit the notification bell. And then on top of that too, I didn't tell you this yet, but because I'm making clips of all the shows, there's gonna be a new Chasing the Frame clip YouTube, so we're not bombarding people with fucking like content every day.
Oh wow,
on YouTube.
That's kind of like, it'd be like Trash Taste.
Like or how Joe Rogan does it, because Joe Rogan has Joe Rogan clips, then he has the Joe Rogan experience. So I'm like, it's gonna be a lot better. Then you can have like new content every day on the clips show.
Trash Taste.
So that So like, that's what I was had surprise, Mark. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. That was the surprise. Okay.
No, that wasn't the surprise. That wasn't the other show idea that I had.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be off Broadway.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, anyway, but that's it, guys. Make sure to go on our Patreon because we're gonna have some Patreon exclusive timed exclusive stuff first.
Soon, yes.
Yeah,
soon.
So go over there. It's gonna happen on the beginning of the year. So go over there. Other than that, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you in the next Vlogcast, our 1 year anniversary episode and our Vlogcast.
Bye, y'all.